after the whole Ryback shtick. We had Paige versus Alicia Fox. Solid match. Got more time than I expected. And, they worked a decent match. I wasn't. This is one of those matches where it's like, we like rest holds galore and that kind of thing. At the end of the day, though, I think the most surprising thing about this is that Paige actually managed to get a win despite the Bella Twins being at ringside and interfering.
And it's so weird for me because I guess part of me is all right with her getting the win and it's no disrespect to Alicia Fox, but it is Alicia Fox. Like, the big threat here is supposed to be Nikki Bella because she's the champion.
I think that what this is going to lead to is that next week, Paige is going to find out that the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox went to Stephanie McMahon and got a 3-on-1 handicap match, and Paige is going to debut 2 NXT girls to help her.
Oh, man, I hope, because we've only really been hoping for 1, but 2 would be amazing.
I think Charlotte, and I don't know if it's going to be Sasha or Bayley. I don't know. I mean, I want it to be Sasha, but then, she would have to drop the NXT Women's Championship. I guess it could be Sasha, and then she drops the title to Becky Lynch at the next live special. That would make sense.
Yeah, we really want
especially because they'll probably main event.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so amazing.
Oh, God, dude, yeah. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, too. I am so ready for that. If that happens.
The main event.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, it probably is going to main event now that I think about it, because Owens is probably losing the title to Balor at the July 4th show.
Right.
Oh, I'm so excited for August. Dude, August is retardedly loaded. We are taking a little bit of a tangent right now. We were driving on a straight course, and we just saw an absolutely amazing sunset, and we're pulling off to the left, because I just want to go through what's happening in August. Okay, first of all, SummerSlam, obviously. Second of all, Ultima Lucha, hello. Third of all, NXT Live Special, hello. But then for 2 more things, 4 and 5. Number 4, G1 Climax for New Japan, hello.
That's going to be incredible.
Dude, it's over 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
It's I think it's a 20-man tournament, but it's not the typical single elimination tournament. Everybody faces everybody in 2 different blocks.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 10-man blocks, and then in block A, everybody faces each other. So you get each guy works 9 matches against everybody else in their block.
Right.
That's how it works. And then the person at the end of, after every match has been had, the person with the best record in both blocks faces each other, and the winner of that gets a New Japan, an IWGP World Title shot.
Right.
But then, Bola.
Right, yes.
The Battle of, oh my god, and that's even, honestly, I'm kind of more excited for Bola than I am for G1, which is crazy because I've never seen either one before, and I'm probably an idiot for looking more forward to Bola than G1, but I am because of all the Lucha Underground people that are involved, and Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, and my boy Rich Swann from Force One, so I got that emotional stake in there. Yeah, it's
going
to be amazing. Yeah, man.
But yeah, dude, the way that works is it's 3 8-man tournaments, and it is your typical single elimination. And the winner of each of those 3 8-man tournaments faces each other in a triple threat, where the winner then gets a PWG World Title shot against Roddy Strong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah. And it's the 24 guys that are going to be in it, the list is just incredible. Just looking at the Lucha Underground guys, we've got Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., Drago, Aerostar, Angelico, if you want to count him as Lucha Underground, Jack Evans, if you want to count him as Lucha Underground, and then the PWG guys, you've got your Trevor Lees, your Andrew Everett, Chris Hero, Brian Cage is in it, he's another Lucha Underground guy, and then dude, there are TNA guys in this, Drew Galloway is making his PWG debut at Bola 2015.
That's going to be crazy.
And Mark Andrews, who's another former TNA guy. Holy crap, it's stacked.
Yeah, August really is jam-packed.
It is.
Going to be insanity, guys.
Okay, we're pulling back off the dirt road that we just went on to take a look at that amazing sunset. We're getting back onto the freeway. Let's continue talking about this show. Paige just won her match. Just kind of gets back into the mindset.
Right.
And John Cena's music hits.
Yes, John Cena's music hits. He comes out. I don't even really remember him cutting a promo. Did he cut a promo?
I think his promo was during the break.
Okay,
Which
because
is so brilliant because it's more for the crowd than it is for the home audience.
again, I go back to the pacing because I really had to question: did he cut a promo? And if they did it during the commercial, excellent. Keep it going, keep it moving.
Yeah.
And they do because he hands over the belt. We know it's a U.S. Championship Open Challenge. We're really glad that we haven't totally chucked that out. I'm hugely in favor of the concept. I think everybody is. I think this concept has turned a lot of people around. Not saying that it's producing Cena marks like an assembly line, but I think it's turning a lot of people around. Like, wow, Cena really is like a workhorse. In fact, I don't know if Abel meant this sincerely, but after John Cena's Open Challenge tonight, which we'll get into that in a second, he said John Cena is the wrestler of the year right now. So I don't know if he was being
there's no doubt about that to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in WWE specifically. There's a big world out there, and I think Roddy Strong has it right now.
Right. But WWE terms
everywhere.
Yeah.
And especially because now he's the number one contender for the ROH World Title. We're tangenting again. Get back on track. John Cena is the best thing going in WWE right now.
I mean, the guy's working his ass off.
Yeah.
I may have my qualms with John Cena here and there, but I mean, those qualms do not stand up against the body of work that he has been amassing since he's won that U.S. title.
Yep.
And, tonight was just further testament of it because, and I got to pace myself here because I know tense and everything else. First, Kevin Owens comes out.
Right.
And I love it because, honestly, Ashton, I think you and I have come to expect a lot of the mannerisms and behaviors of Kevin Owens. Right. So I'm trying to anticipate, he's going to cut Lillian Garcia off. No, it was even better because he lets the bell ring. He lets her do the formal introductions. John Cena, Kevin.
That's the thing. The bell didn't actually ring.
It did, though. It did. I heard it ring. I guess it was like the first bell ring. Maybe they do a second bell ring to really like.
Oh, yeah. You mean the bell before she does the introductions to
exactly
to listen, people pay attention. Yeah, that's the bell ringing for Lillian Garcia to start. I'm talking about the actual match bell.
Right. So the match bell doesn't go off because right when I think it's about to, I'm like, wow, they're really doing this, which raised the question of what are these guys going to do for Battleground. Kevin Owens, God, he really is a man. I shouldn't even say after my own heart because that would imply that he hasn't stole it. Grabs a microphone and he says, you know what? On second thought, I think we're just going to do this at Battleground. He's got that smile on his face like, yep, eat my shit, audience. And he said, but if you're looking for a fight, if you're really looking to actually, no, what he says is, and John, trust me, if anybody's going to take that U.S. championship from you, it's going to be me. But if you're looking for somebody else to try, and then Cesaro comes out. And then what follows is a
match of the night.
Yeah.
Match of the year contender.
Yeah. Just everything. These guys, the thing about Cesaro and Cena, when they're given the time, they have amazing chemistry with each other. And they went all out tonight. There were a few moments in this match and I'm like, should they have gone there? Like for example, I'll just come out and say it. Cena did kick out of the neutralizer tonight. And I think he's the first person ever to kick out of a neutralizer, which Ashton retorted, well, it seems like Cena's the first everything when it comes to kicking out of people's finishers. So I guess I was cool with it because it really did show that Cesaro was able to hit everything, including the kitchen sink on Cena, which I guess shows the heel Kevin Owens what he's in store for at Battleground. But the more significant thing here, I really think they went out of their way to protect Cesaro because he looked so legit in there against Cena. Some of the highlights from him, his deadlift superplex always gets me. I love the transition he did at one point. He did his giant swing, but then he goes into the sharpshooter. Actually, that was his second sharpshooter because the first one was a counter from the STF. Yeah. Another moment that stood out to me that made me go like, wow, he killed him, because Cena was leaning against the security barricade and Cesaro charged and he hit a beautiful uppercut. Like, Cesaro was hanging in there with John Cena, which you and I know he can. I think so many people know that he can. But if you're going to be committed to the project of rebuilding Cesaro as a single star, this is the match to do it. In fact, Ashton, I think a memorable line for myself, because, everybody knows you and I talk during a lot of the matches. I told you, I always know how good Cesaro is. It's not like I've forgotten. We love Team Uppercatch. We love that team. And I've always, sung the virtues and the praises of Cesaro. But I feel like he needed a match like this to remind everybody just how good he is. Because it's one thing to say a guy's good. No, Cesaro is really good in
Yeah,
that.
dude, I actually saw some comments on Reddit tonight where people were like, I never really got the hype behind Cesaro, but after tonight, I get it.
It's matches like this, Ashton, and I mean, maybe I'm committing hyperbole, but I'll be honest with you guys, I am in such a great mood right now that tonight's a night I really don't care. It's matches like this that make me want to put stock again in the idea of a Cesaro versus Brock Lesnar matchup. Because when you go to distance like that and you have a bout like this, you make me believe in Cesaro again, and you have no idea. And speaking in terms of WWE, you have no idea what a big service that is. Because if Kid is going to be on the shelf, tragically, for 14 months, which I hope it's sooner than that, I really do, because I love Tyson Kidd to death.
He did post a picture today on Twitter with his staples in his neck. It looks pretty rough.
Yeah, it's, I could talk about that tragedy for quite a bit, but I want to focus on the positive because I've said it before, and I'll say it again because it seems more pertinent here than anywhere else. When guys get hurt tragically like Kid did, sometimes it creates opportunities for others, no matter how misfortunate. And Cesaro has stepped through, and he had a clinic tonight with John Cena, which Kevin Owens interrupts after having brilliant commentary with Cole, JBL, and Saxton.
His commentary is always the best.
Dude, Kevin Owens.
I mean, even if you want to go back to NXT this past week, like Rhino's music hits and he goes, "Oh, it's Rhino. I love Rhinos."
And I'm sorry for people that may get tired of hearing me say it, but he just keeps doing it. Like, he is the best thing heel-wise in WWE right now. Like, when he comes on, it's just, man, he can get people to turn on him and hate him and just be irritating. Because even me, for as much as I love Kevin Owens and I love his heinous actions and I love interjecting every now and again with, well, it's okay because he's a father, which makes absolutely no sense. It can be a bit much, and that really does show on commentary because he was really like giving everybody a hard time, doing exactly what he does on NXT. But then the best part, Cole must have said something. I think it was about how Cesaro was really hanging in there with John Cena, and nobody's taken John Cena to the limit like this. Well, way to say it in front of the guy that's actually beaten John Cena.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens gets up from his seat, and it looks like he's going to beat up Michael Cole. I was like, oh, is he going to powerbomb Michael Cole? Please do this. But see, Kevin Owens knows that if he does do that, it'll be another Machine Gun Kelly thing, and he'll come off looking like the babyface to the Smarks. So, he kind of lets Cole be. He says, well, that's for disrespecting me. And then when it seems like Cena's going to tap out to the second sharpshooter that I talked about with the whole giant swing transition, Kevin Owens comes in. He lays Cesaro out. He hits a pop-up powerbomb, and he stands over Cena. And he said, it's like I said, Cena, if anybody's going to take that championship from you, it's going to be me. So this whole thing, if I'm going to pull like a being a succinct about it kind of thing, was perfection because it was a phenomenal matchup. Cesaro technically, by all accounts, got the win, so they pulled a Neville. It was a DQ win. Yep. So it protects Cesaro, makes Cena look great because he hung in there. It makes Cesaro look great because he brought the fight to Cena, and it makes Kevin Owens look like a dirtball because he interrupted a legitimately great match.
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day, it makes Cena look great because he put on an amazing match. Like, that's the thing. Like,
right.
No one's ever going to question whether Cena can hang with Cesaro or not as far as, like, kayfabe winning. I mean, the question is whether he can hang with Cesaro as far as, like, match quality, and he did.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, though, like, if I was really to look for faults in the match, which you really would have to exert an effort here, guys, but the only thing, I think I'm kind of falling out of love with that springboard stunner, because I have to look at it again the way, I don't know if it's on Cesaro, I don't know if it's on the person receiving the move,
no, dude,
or if it's on Cena.
Cena botches it every single time.
Yeah, I'm really falling out of love with that move.
You know what? I think my thing is, like, I almost find it charming. Because, like, it's John Cena, and, like, he's trying so hard.
I know, well, I mean, dude, I'm talking about all these, because, again, guys, for those who may have missed out on the match.
No, I mean specifically, like, he's trying so hard to, like, win the hearts of the hardcores.
Right.
Like, it's like the harder he tries, the further a hole he digs himself into, because, like, he's not only is he trying to add more moves to his repertoire, but he's then botching those moves too. So, like,
well, you know what? Like, I'm in such a good mood, and these guys killed it out there, so I don't want to talk.
Oh, and by the way, to me, the highlight of the match, the Yoshi Tonic.
Thank you, because I was just getting ready to say, if his springboard stunner took me out for a second, his Yoshi Tonic brought me right back in.
Yeah,
That was
a great thing. the great thing about that is that it's almost entirely dependent on the person receiving the move to make it look good.
Right.
So as long as Cena is working with talented guys like Owens and Cesaro, he is going to be just fine with that move.
And I'm telling you, like, I think that's another reason why Cena's had such a stellar, this portion of the year. I mean, we'll see if he can, ride it out till January, but he's working with guys like Neville, Cesaro, Owens. Hell, I was one of the people, I was enjoying the matches mostly for Cena Rusev. I thought it dragged on a little bit. Their I Quit match was meh, but I mean, I thought they had good chemistry too. Like, Cena's just had a pretty
You want
solid
to
year
quit,
as far
Cena?
as. Yeah, no!
You want to quit,
Over and over
Rusev?
again. No!
Mike,
Or saying something in Russian.
Mike freaking Kyoto.
I know, every time. So yeah, I mean, phenomenal matchup, guys. I loved it. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and watch them now because I didn't put it on my list yet. I was even thinking about putting some matches on PWG on my list. I've been thinking about a lot about quote unquote match of the year contenders lately.
Yeah,
But yeah, this
dude.
this one definitely gotta be up there.
Trevor Lee versus Chris Hero.
I know, right?
Tommy End versus Chris Hero.
Tommy Evers Chris Hero was insanity.
Oh my God, guys! If you haven't seen Don't Sweat the Technique yet, oh my God, find it. I mean, buy it if you can. But seriously, that match alone makes it worth the money.
And then when you're done watching that, you can go watch our reactions to it because isn't it great to see how other people feel about the show?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely do that.